What is borderline personality disorder and how to deal with someone who has it? I highly recommend this book for anyone in a close relationship with someone who has borderline personality disorder or their actions are similar. In your relationship, do you feel like you have to tiptoe around your loved one, watching every little thing you say or do for fear of setting them off? Do you often hide what you think or feel in order to avoid fights and hurt feelings? Does your loved one shift almost instantaneously between emotional extremes? For example, are they calm one moment, raging the next, then suddenly despondent? Are these rapid mood swings unpredictable and seemingly irrational? Does your loved one tend to view you as all good or bad with no middle ground? For example, either you're perfect and the only one they can count on, or you're selfish and unfeeling and never truly loves them. Do you feel like you can't win? That anything you say or do will be twisted or used against you? Does it feel as if your loved one's expectations are constantly changing, so you're never sure how to keep the peace? Is everything always your fault? Do you feel constantly criticized and blamed for things that don't even make sense? Does the person accuse you of doing and saying things you never did? Do you feel misunderstood whenever you try to explain or reassure your partner? Do you feel manipulated by fear, guilt, or outrageous behavior? Does your loved one make threats, fly into violent rages, make dramatic declarations, or do dangerous things when they think you're unhappy or may leave? A common behavior in people with BPD, they will basically say, "I hate you, don't leave me." What are some examples of borderline personality disorder? Impulsive and risky behavior such as gambling, reckless driving, unsafe sex, spending sprees, binge eating or drug abuse, or sabotaging success by suddenly quitting a good job or ending a positive relationship. Suicidal threats or behavior or self-injury, often in response to fear of separation or rejection. What does a person with BPD act like? Many people with BPD act impulsively, have intense emotions, and experience disassociation and paranoia when most distressed. This emotional volatility can cause relationship turmoil. Also, the inability to self-soothe can lead to impulsive, reckless behavior. People with BPD are often on edge. To help someone with BPD, first take care of yourself. It's important to remember that you're not responsible for another person. The person with BPD is responsible for their own actions and behaviors. The 3 C's are: I didn't cause it, I can't cure it, I can't control it. Communication is a key part of any relationship, but communicating with a borderline person can be especially challenging. People in a close relationship with a borderline adult often liken talking with their loved one to arguing with a small child. People with BPD have trouble reading body language or understanding the nonverbal content of a conversation. They may say things that are cruel, unfair, or irrational. Their fear of abandonment can cause them to overreact to any perceived slight, no matter how small, and their aggression can result in impulsive fits of rage, verbal abuse, or even violence. Don't ignore self-destructive behaviors and suicidal threats. If you believe your loved one is at an immediate risk for suicide, do not leave the person alone. Call your loved one's therapist, or in the United States, call 911 or call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. In other countries, call your country's emergency services number or visit IASP to find a suicide prevention helpline. People with BPD may feel a great deal of anger and may make heavy insults in a fit of rage to loved ones. Although it is unfair to listen and get hurt, arguing suggests that you believe the other person's anger is uncalled for, and this will lead to greater rage.